All right, Millennials Unite. Y'all ready to rock?
Yeah.
Cool, let's go.
So you want to do the intro video?
That was it, let's go. So my super handheld device here is telling me that we're, I don't know, around 15 miles away. We're up in Wichita Falls, Texas, about 120 miles from the old Gas Monkey garage. And now I'll tell you what we're up here for. We are up here for a one-owner, documented, 1971 Cuda. Now, it's not a Hemi Cuda, so don't get all excited, but it is a well-optioned car, I guess. The problem is that it's an ugly color, it's yellow, but it's a true one owner, and the 71s are rare, and Cudas are even rarer. So this one's got the gills on the front fender, and it's kind of lived a little bit of a life. It's got a little bit of what we here would call whiskey dents. So beat up, bad interior, hasn't ran and drove in a while, been in storage for 30 years or so. But it is a true one owner, and to find a 71 Cuda that's one owner is going to be pretty hard to do these days. I got a few guys that I might be able to pass it off to just like it sits, or I may have to fix it up and sell it from there. But pictures looked good. The guy was in the realm of possibility of getting it bought as far as a price. So we jumped in the old truck here and threw the trailer on, and we're fixing to go find out if it's worth the trip. If not, I'll make the millennials drive back and I'll sleep. Well, here we are. Let's go see what we possibly got. All right, so we got a one owner 340 Cuda. See what happens. You must be Steve.
Yes, sir, Richard.
Hey, man, good to talk to you on the phone. Now meet you in person.
Yes, sir, it's a pleasure.
So this is it.
This is what we talked about.
Woo, she got a few what we call whiskey dents,
Yes,
huh?
sir. Yes, sir. She's been driven 86,000 miles. That's what shows on the odometer. Front seats were recovered about 30 years ago. Back seat has never been recovered.
Okay, so interior's there. Door panels are there.
Yeah, and the parts are in a can in the trunk.
Console. Is this an AC car?
Yes, sir.
Let's look under the hood before I had to get down underneath and get dirty.
Okay.
I noticed we got a spare on the ground over here. Is the other wheel in the trunk?
No, the other wheel is not with it.
So power steering, power brakes, and AC.
Yes, sir.
And a 340. So what's that leave the trannies automatic? What is that? A 727, yeah.
Which is also an option.
What do we know about the motor?
It's all original, never been out.
What about as far as last time it ran?
In 97.
It looks like it's inspected in 97.
Well, that's when he ran it. He had it parked out on the street, and his wife, and they didn't drive it, and his wife told him to take it to the junkyard. So he took it to his hangar and parked it. And it's sat there all these years, about 23 years now. Or whatever 97 is.
24 now.
Yeah.
Wow. Doesn't look too rusty.
No, it's not bad. It stayed in the hangar pretty much all that time. And all the tags are on it. If you even notice, it's even got the original radiator.
It does.
It's original radiator.
And you don't think the motor's ever been out?
No, sir. I got receipts from everything he's had done on it.
Did you run the number on the motor or anything?
I did not, but the Bud told me that tag's good.
Those
Do you know what
fine.
Do you know what this tag is? This little square one is? I have no clue what that is.
Hold on.
Unless it's,
No, but I guarantee I know somebody that can tell me. We'll just make a little call on that. Just be careful, I don't want to rip it out.
yeah.
Call me on this, please. Man, that damn sucks. Got some chocolate from a candy bar, my cereal bar or whatever on my phone. All right, so it looks pretty good there. Can we wheel it on out?
Yes, sir. Let me shut that. So if you want to get inside and put it neutral,
So you got brake?
no, just slam it. If it starts rolling off on you, just slam it in park. It should run.
Go faster, Daddy. Go faster.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything looks pretty good up in here. What's under the carpet?
Yeah.
Oh, the floorboards look nice.
Yeah, and they had carpet put in. You can see where there's a
Uh-oh.
little bit in the hole in the passenger floor pan and the trunk pan.
Yeah, we got a hole in the
And all he did was lay some sheet metal from the inside and put silicone around it. So the car's never been worked on.
Oh, that sucks on the floor rust. Let's see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, he just laid some sheet metal over it. He never had it worked on. Now I did see where he got an estimate on it and just turned it into the insurance and took the money.
On what, the rust or?
The dents.
I mean, floorboards aren't too bad.
Typical, but a lot of times
pan,
they're
floor
rusted up in
pan.
the engine bay.
Yeah, and this one's not. A little surface rust.
The car did come from the factory undercoated.
Well, it didn't do no good, did it?
They didn't do all the good.
Damn, that's cool. Light.
Oh, here's the pulley up front. The fan blade's missing.
Well,
Not that that's a big deal.
oh, it is these Mopar guys. When I'll be like, well, that's supposed to have one of them damn whatchamahoo's fan blades with 72 nucks in it and this
Yeah,
and
but-
that. And
That factory original radiator ought to make up that difference.
oh man, oh man, oh man. Rockers are good.
Do you want to see some paperwork?
Yes, sir. I would like to see some paperwork.
All right. Let me grab it real quick.
Pretty cool car. I wasn't expecting the floorboards and the trunk pan to have been rusted out. The front floorboards are good, rear and trunk are not. Got some pretty serious dents here and there, but it does look fairly original.
Yeah, like I said, how often are you gonna find one like this if you do find one?
I don't know, man. Every day I say I'm not going to find one, there is one. Let's see what we got here.
I put it all in a folder, starting with the.
So here's the original window sticker. White sidewall tires, floor shift, blah, blah, blah. $4,427. I will double your money right now.
A little bit higher there, Richard.
From Maserati Motors in Merced, California.
There's the
Liability.
data. There's the date of delivery right there.
7/31/71.
This, I don't know if you see this much. It's got the VIN number with the stop and passing lanes.
Oh,
And-
very cool.
And even this real quick talks about the fuels. You read that paragraph there. It talks about the fuels for 71, except for these engines, 340, 426, 440. That's because that motor's a 10.3 to 1 compression motor, so it's a high performance motor.
10-1. Look at that, Kmart Auto Center.
Its first set of shocks, 1977.
That's what I was looking for, 1977. Wow, this is crazy.
There's a check already done for 79 when she bought the battery.
Radiator service. This is pretty cool. Now it's in Mississippi.
Yeah. Yeah, he was military. And what the funny thing about the story is, he was in California. He had a 67 Camaro he had bought brand new. And by the time he bought it and they had to leave California to another base, they had a daughter. And so Alice, the wife, told him, we ain't driving across the desert without AC. So he had 3 days and we went to the dealership. He seen a green Barracuda, but it had no AC. He wanted it. He ended up with this one and didn't even like the color.
I don't think very many
Yeah.
people like this color at all.
Well, you're probably not going to find very many that were this color.
Here's Midas in 1992, 97, 96. Insurance cards.
Yeah.
Everybody's names are matching. All his little
Yeah.
stickers.
Oh, you'll find it. It's definitely proof of a one owner.
What's up, Collins?
Good morning.
Hey, what's that little triangular square tag right there that I sent you a picture of? The data plate, I know what all that is, but what's the little tag that's attached to it?
I'm not positive, but I think that has to do with California emissions.
Yeah, because he bought the car brand new in California.
Yeah.
See there? Damn, I'm good.
You are good, Dennis. Man, this car's got more paperwork.
That's what it is. But I think that, see, if you look at the top row, see that N95, Nancy 95?
Hold on, let me get there. I'm looking at the paperwork. Brutal paperwork from day one.
Well, then you probably didn't need to know this, but is it,
Yeah, I see the N95.
that's California emission controls.
Okay. I don't see any of that stuff on here.
I think that's what that tag is to the right.
So there should be some California emission stuff on here, huh?
Yeah.
Or is it just that they tested it?
No, it'll be some weird stuff. The ignition box will look different. There's probably some unusual stuff going to the air cleaner.
Yeah, we don't have the air cleaner.
No.
Exhaust manifold maybe a little bit different. Not a
Yeah.
big deal, but I mean, the good thing is it came from California. It was generally means, a solid car.
Yeah, it needs rear floor pans and trunk pan. But all the normal spots on the outside of the car and the engine compartment and everything that usually look like shit are not.
You're paying all of it, brother, in my opinion.
Well, we're going to try, man. We're going to try. I just thought I'd call the expert on the mysterious square.
I think it has to do something to do with the California emissions. That's what I think. I don't know that for sure.
All right. Well, when you buy it from me, you can figure that out.
All right.
Later. All right. And we do have a good title still in the name of the owner, the book that went in the glove box. Holy cow.
Yes, sir.
Man, oh man. That's pretty realistic paperwork.
Yes.
I mean, most of the time, people don't keep the paperwork like this. I'm even really bad at that. And but then back in these days, you had to keep it all because you didn't have a computer to go to or anything else.
No, and I figure being military, he kept it all too.
Military, that's how they go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, my man, how much is this $35,000 car?
Well, I guess if you double that, because I always know you shoot about half price, so it's really probably worth, what, 70?
I shot myself on the foot on that.
I watch your show.
That's the problem. It's hard for me to sneak up on stuff.
That's right,
Richard shows up and things go bad.
Yeah, we know Richard's about half on everything.
Right on. See, I just don't know. It could be an interesting car, but fully restored, what's it worth,
That I don't know.
Probably
You're the man.
80 to 100. I don't want to pay anywhere near 70.
How often do you see that right there? Chrysler core with the serial number.
Well, being that I've never owned a 71 personally,
Well, there you go.
I had never seen it.
Exactly.
I wouldn't even know if it's right.
But you're the car man.
I don't want to pay. I know that's probably where you're trying to get.
Yeah, I'd like bottom line, but
Well, I don't want to pay that. I brought cash.
well, they say cash is king. I've heard you say it.
That's right.
Or
we can flip for it.
No, we ain't flipping. I'm not good at flipping, but I'll do bottom. And where else are you going to find a car like this that's unmolested, one owner, with the paperwork, and you know what? There's room for you to wiggle in it.
The paperwork's what sold me on it. I'll take it.
All right.
Kick
Appreciate
ass,
it
man.
very much.
All right.
Appreciate it very much.
Well, now we got to button her down and figure out how I'm going to get her on the trailer because I didn't bring Chase or Phipps.
Let me get those hood latch pins.
So I guess that's up to you guys.
I thought you were gonna do it by yourself.
Yeah, I thought you were just that skilled.
Why would I do it myself and not make y'all do it?
Well, then we can't film this stuff.
Oh, I can hold the camera.
This should be good. This should be really good.
I've never owned a 71 Cuda at all, much less one of the big expensive cars. So It's got some whiskey dents, it's got some rust, but this book right here makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
All the difference. Look at that. I brought enough money to pay for it, but I'll have to take a little bit of this out since now we know what we're doing. All right, man. She's
I
loaded and
appreciate
gone.
it.
I did that in record time, like 25 minutes.
All right. Well,
from-
folks, just so you'll know, I got some of that.
Yeah, he got some of my money. Probably got a lot of it because we're out here in the middle of
That's right.
nowhere.
I let her rip, Tater Chip.
Going home to Dallas. So I just got off the phone with sweepstakes winner number 1, okay? And he's gonna be coming out hopefully next week to take a pick of which one of Richard's cars he wants. I'm pretty stoked on it. I don't think he's gonna want my butterscotch colored 71 Cuda at all. I don't think he'll have any desire for that. But it'll be interesting to see what he picks. So sweepstakes number 1 is almost in the books. Wait till you see what I do next.
What the hell did you buy now?
Look at this sweet butterscotch flavored
Flavored?
1971.
Flavored? How'd you find out the flavor?
Well, it's butterscotch paint, so
Wait.
I'm calling it butterscotch flavor. Do you lick it? One owner, 1971, 340. Power steering, power brakes, AC, butterscotch.
Says so.
It ran a bit.
Well, it's not saying it won't.
No?
It's been since 1997. That there's what we call a whiskey dip.
I know there's quite a few of them out there.
Oh, this car's pretty beat up. But I got the book. Comes with ballistic documentation from when he bought it, all the way through to when he bought his first pair of shocks. You name it.
When did it stop?
97 when he parked it.
Well, if he was that proud of it, why did he let it get like this?
Well, Pips, proud of you, but look at you. So I don't know, man. I just couldn't turn down the store.
Okay, so well, do we fit start? And
I think we should roll it off, try to FIP start, see what we got, see if it'll run. We can just get it running and driving. It'd be kind of funny to show up some Mopar meets with it.
Sometimes these odds combinations, they sat in the dealership showroom until it was so ugly that you wouldn't buy it. You'd order your colors and your interior.
Oh, like a reverse sales.
Yeah.
I got it, Fitz. Look at that. We're gonna pull the tent off. Yeah, let's see what we have as far. I don't want to smell anything you have, Fitz. Jeez. You're more hyperactive than my child when I had one 27 years ago. Anyways, let's just see what we got. Give it a bill of health first. See what the compression's like. See what we can get. We're not going to tell y'all what we paid for it. That's why we beeped it out. But we have to make money. If we can make it run, make it drive, then it's worth doing the brakes, doing this, doing that, servicing it. It is missing the air cleaner, some of the smog stuff, and the fan.
I can't guarantee you make money with it.
Not at what I paid. But if I can make a kick-ass, rare, you know what? I'm gonna name this car right now. We're gonna call this car the Cuda Scotch.
Scotch.
Because it's butterscotch flavored Cuda, and I don't know that the Scotch and Cuda does better. All right, let's get it off. Let's get it ready to go inside. It may be too late today. Be careful though, Cuda Scotch. Long live Cuda Scotch.
On the reason why they were taking it apart.
I think they were just trying to get it running. From what I understand, they drove it in where they parked it. It sat for a long time. And then sometime around 8 or 10 years ago, the grandson or the son or somebody decided they'd get it fired up. And then they just said, it won't fire, and they gave up. And here we are. We've seen that a million times.
But I mean, this part. Like the water pump may have been leaking. Well, yeah.
Could have been a water pump. It could have been the radiator
Water
had a
pump.
hose. I mean, it had a leak in it. The hose could have been leaking.
But you know, these were
It's
what,
got a transmission cooler on it.
in the radiator, in the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. It's pretty loaded car.
It's all there.
Power steering, power brakes, AC.
And it looks like it's never been out.
No, that's what the guy was saying too. He doesn't think it's ever been out.
No.
So they poked it with a couple of things above it, but so leave it as original as possible. If you find something that's not working the way you want to,
It came
let's
with
take our time.
thermal quad. This is a double pumper, and I don't think it came with that.
Okay, well look it up. Do the Google search. Let's find out what it came with. How's the window tint coming? Is it coming off?
Super easy.
The other panel could probably go on, and I think the handles and stuff are in the trunk.
Okay.
If you don't find it.
I think the handle is missing on that side. But yeah, I'll look.
The handles and stuff are supposed to be back here.
Okay.
I'm talking about this.
That's all. Call them. That's part of the door handle. Yeah, okay, never mind.
Yeah, there's the handle. There's everything.
I didn't finish looking.
No, you didn't look. All right, get it together. Let's get it running.
Ready? Try to get. Ho! Did anything fly out other than these? Okay, well these things are all over, but this thing sat in a hangar, and I don't know what it is about a hangar because my dad had airplanes, and it's something about a hangar. These dirt daubers just love it. But we had a car at another shop that there were so many underneath that it looked like these were talented ones. It looked like little welds. And it was just the oddest thing that this car was just covered in. But yeah, that's a good sign. It ran, huh?
Yeah.
Didn't sound too terribly bad, did it?
No.
Well, the carburetor was just sitting on it. But you could tell somebody had tried to get it running at one time, so we were gonna rebuild the carburetor, but when we opened it up, it was like brand new inside. So they had rebuilt it. So we just put a couple of seals in it. You know, I haven't hooked a gas tank up to it yet. That was just on this thing.
Right.
But not points, plugs, wires. Now we don't know why the fan was off, or it may need. For some reason, all this is off. There was the fan's missing, like a water pump or something. I don't know why. He said this guy's grandson was going to try to get it running, but that's not where you start to get it running.
I think it's pretty kick-ass that it runs. Now we just got to get a pulley on it so we can actually run it longer and make sure everything's good, because things like to creep up on you when it heats up. So that's the next step.
All right, Fifth Star. I've been gone for a couple of days, so where are we on this? Does it run?
Yeah, it runs.
Does it run
Actually,
good or bad?
It ran enough. It pumps up all the lifters. I mean, not having a gas tank yet or anything. Yeah, you can only do so much.
Okay, so we're running off of alternate fuel source.
Yeah.
And then it looks like we've gonna need some floor pans if we decide to go that far.
Yeah, and they make everything you want for this car.
And we need a trunk pan if we decide to go that far.
But what I would suggest is the fuel system, and then seeing the cooling system after it runs a while. You know the routine. We've done this a bunch of times. It's a step process. I mean, if we do a whole bunch at once, we're gonna miss something.
No,
or go too far and then spend money you don't want to
absolutely. Just go slow. Let's see what we got. If we can get the motor up to temperature, and let's get a fan for it. Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, but it runs. I mean, it's worth. It actually ran good enough, Richard, to do those next 2 or 3 steps. Yeah, there's supposed to be one over here. Deflector. But you know, it's pretty original. It doesn't look like a whole lot's been done, but you know, it's old. It's going to have some things done.
It's not as old as you.
No, but it's real close. Wait, this is a 70 model. It's not as old as you either. Come think of it.
It's a 71. Yeah, okay. I got a couple of years on it also.
You got to start watching what you say, huh?
Yeah, I know, man. All I want to know is a clean bill of health. If we can get it to run and drive, even in the yard, somebody that gets it is gonna restore it. So no sense in us doing that. And
so, okay, well, then what do you want to do? You want to post it like that? Just get it runs?
I think so. I would like to find a spare.
Okay, so even if we got all this, did all this stuff, somebody's going to rip it apart.
That's what I mean. That's why I just want it to run and drive so they know what they're buying and they can get on and off a trailer. I'd like to find another rally wheel and put this original spare back in the trunk.
I'll call Bob.
And see if we can find one with about the same patina and look. I'll look on the old interwebs.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Bob might. That's what he does.
The whole thing's pretty cool, but
yeah.
I don't know. I might have overpaid for this one.
Well, okay, so if you look, 70 model, they made 6,400 of them. 71, they made 3,400 of them. 72, they made 70-something hundred of them.
Now, 71's the more rare.
Okay, and then I asked a buddy to look at the thing. Okay, you know what a rare option on this car was?
What?
And there's not that many. The hood pins. Those are factory hood pins.
Oh, really?
And they didn't do too many of them, which is weird.
All right.
On that information sticker, if somebody was interested in this car, it tells you the chrome mirror, it tells you the console length, the interior colors and everything. It's
still
I don't
the original chalk
you
mark
might have
back
paid
there.
too much for it, but these things go. You watch the auctions. You've been to 1,000 of them. These things go for crazy stuff, man.
All right, let's see what we got slowly, and only fix what we got to fix to be able to see what the next thing is. And I got a dent repair guy coming to try to whack all of the whiskey dents out of it.
Yeah, there's a good one right here.
Oh, there's a lot of good ones on this. So
that's really up to you. You want me? Should I get tires for it? Because these aren't gonna.
Not till we know.
These are gonna pop like. Have you ever looked at this?
Until we know.
This tire.
Yeah, see it.
Look at that bubble. It's getting bigger.
No, let's not worry about tires till later. Let's get it running and moving.
We're just doing we're going to do, you want to do alternate fuel source again and just see if the cooling system works. And
correct.
For some reason, they were taking it apart.
It was probably either water pump or the radiator has a leak.
Yeah.
All right, keep going on it, but I need to get that thing in and out because I don't need that much money sitting around. All right, so I know that everybody saw the bus. We're still working on that. New video on that coming soon. If I've explained it once, I've explained it 1,000 times. There's a lot of boredom that happens in the middle of a build. So watch for that video and keep up with the Cuda, and it's for sale. If you want it, call me.